What's up, YouTube? This is Cyber Laser Games back here today, and we are here to do the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero unboxing for release day, October 11th. And let's get it. You know, in the last video, we had our premium collector's edition, which we unboxed and we broke down all the content that was inside. You know, so if you want to go see what was in that, go check out our other video, which is just posted. All right, so basically, today we got our standard edition of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero from GameStop. I pre-ordered it about a year ago. I've already been playing on it with the 3-day early access from the Premium Collector's Edition, which included the codes for everything in the Ultimate Edition as well. So far, my opinion on the game, it's pretty solid. It actually is a nice throwback, and it has a lot of good features that are in the original Budokai Tenkaichi series, especially Budokai Tenkaichi 3. So there's some different features on there that I think you guys will really enjoy. Won't spoil it too much, but yeah, let's get into it and let's do this unboxing. So basically, if you remember in my last video, the reason why I purchased this as well as the Premium Collector's Edition was because of the art. It's gonna sound kind of weird, like I said before, but essentially I like the cover art for this version of the Standard Edition more than I like it for the Ultimate Edition is what it is. The Ultimate Edition cover art, you know, has Ultra Instinct Goku doing the Kamehameha. And basically for that, I just didn't really like it too much because it doesn't have all the characters. You know, just to each their own, but I like this one. You know, like I said, like on the Premium Collector's Edition on the outer box, it has all the same characters. So basically Frieza, Broly, Jiren, Vegeta, Goku, and Trunks. All right, so right here we got our nice cover art. T for Teen, PS5, Bandai Namco, all our good characters. And then the same thing that it said on the other ones, break the heavens with the tagline, and then all that good information that helps you have it function on the PS5 or whatever system you might be playing on. As you can see though, it does say that it's 61 gigs. So it did take me about 30 minutes to an hour with okay Wi-Fi for it to fully download. So just keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and open it up. So it doesn't come with anything specific in here. I don't know why. I thought I seen somewhere that it came with a manual, but I guess not. There's our disc, Sparking Zero. So pretty straightforward, honestly. Getting it from GameStop, there are some other things that I was able to get with it, which it did come with pre-order code, which I think unlocks some other characters early. I forgot which ones, because in the Premium Collector's version, you get like, I ended up getting like 2 different codes, one emailed and one with the game itself, that did give me some unlockable characters. So right here we have our pre-ordered Dragon Ball Sparking Zero limited edition poster, I guess. It was a little beat up because the GameStop employees like kind of just like actually just took it out of like a drawer it was just like sitting in. They were just kind of like, looked like they were kind of jammed in there. At first I was excited to get the poster because I thought it was like one of like the full-size ones, but this is kind of like more of a mini poster, and then it basically just has the same artwork as the steelbook has. So if you have the steelbook, then maybe you can kind of frame this or pair this something with that. But they have like legit the same style of artwork. It is a pretty good poster though, not gonna lie. I do like the colors that they use in here. It's very vibrant, especially with the Super Saiyan blue Super Saiyan. So pretty cool. Nothing crazy or nothing to write home about. But yeah, when I went to go pick up my pre-order, right, they told me, they're like, hey, I was like, hey, you know, I went to get my pre-order, and I was like, hey, do you guys have any more of the posters? And this was at the GameStop that's close to my house, and they're like, oh no, like we don't have any. And I was surprised because the game just launched and they just opened the store like when I got there, so I was kind of like bummed out. And then I ended up going to another GameStop that's close to my house, and that one I'm like more frequent in, so I asked them if they had any posters, and so they hooked me up with a poster. Like I said, I thought they were going to be really big, but turns out they're just kind of like little mini posters, so nothing crazy. But while we're here, let's go ahead and compare it side by side with the Ultimate Edition and the Steelbook. So here's my copy of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, the Ultimate Edition that came with the Premium Collector's Edition. So you got all these editions. The Ultimate Edition, it came with just some extra codes, unlockables like Shenron and Super Shenron, I think is what it's called. So yeah, Super Shenron. So basically, you can see right there, they literally have the same, what looks to be like the same everything on the back, but then it's just the cover art for the front is where it really differs. And this is what I preferred. See right here, you have Ultra Instinct Goku, and it does have the Ultimate Edition, which is fine. I mean, it does show that it's like unique, but kind of in the grand scheme of things, I feel like with getting the Steelbook, that's where you're gonna have the main difference in. I don't know if this is gonna be one of those games where it's like, oh, if you have this version versus this version, is that gonna like make the price any different? I'm not sure because the codes are like kind of exclusive to those ones that you redeem on the PlayStation Store. So it just kind of seems like indifferent to me versus the game. Like if I sold this game, it's not gonna have the codes on it. But like I said, this is a standard edition. I don't have the disc in here right now because it's in my system. But if we open this one up, like there's nothing in it. It's just like blurb and all that stuff. It would have been nice if they maybe did like reversible covers like I know they've done in the past for like Budokai 3 and stuff like that. But other than that, not a big deal. That's why I was more excited to get this. I felt like it's just has better cover art. And you guys could see it right there. So pretty cool. And then let's go ahead and bring in our Steelbook. We'll throw it in the middle. So here's our Steelbook. And technically, I guess this is the front of the Steelbook because it has the title. But yeah, it's literally the same as the poster. And then if we go ahead and like flip it over, we have Goku on the back. And then if we open it up, we have the artwork, which is literally the same as the poster. This is probably one of my more favorite Steelbooks. Honestly, I'm not like the biggest fan of Steelbooks in general, just for the simple fact of like, unless you're displaying them, they tend to get kind of like scratched or they lose their like shine like after a while. So you kind of have to like put them up or take care of them. And I see sometimes like a lot of people, especially when people like trade them in the GameStop, they just get like all like nasty and all that. But I feel like if you're gonna get like some kind of like special edition, you should at least, you know, display it or something. And then in here, just opening it up, it does have some more of the artwork on the inside, which I thought was really cool. And these were the special edition cards. It comes with 4 cards in the premium. These are from the premium collector's edition. So we have Vegeta with the Final Flash. So it has a lot of shine to it. I actually liked it. It's kind of like if you guys play Yu-Gi-Oh, it kind of reminds me of like Ultimate Rare cards. I know these are for the Dragon Ball cards, which I literally haven't played in a long time. I think the last time I had Dragon Ball card was like years ago when they had the GT cards, and you know that's been so long ago. And then this one's actually probably my favorite. It does have all the characters like on the cover art for the standard edition. So I actually like this, and it has like that gold like trim going around everything, and everybody's doing their like ultimate move or powering up. So pretty cool. So we'll put those up there. This was one of the, just like the code. I won't show it. And then we also got, if you get the Ultimate Edition, I didn't realize that it came with like, I think this is called a lenticular card. And essentially when you move it around, it's supposed to like change to a different picture. You know, like one of those like 3D, like holographic cups you used to get back in the day at like 7-Eleven or like one of the fast food joints. So I'll take it out of the package. I already checked it out, but just to see if we can get it to kind of move around. Yeah, so there you can kind of see like it's changing. He's doing like the Kamehameha from that stance, and then you have another one if I can get it to pop up. Oh, it's like, yeah, you can kind of see it. It looks like, yeah, from that angle. It's kind of hard, but yeah, basically that's it. I thought it was cool. It does have this like title marking on the back, which is cool, and it's like made of some kind of like, heavy duty plastic or metal or something. So it's actually like kind of good quality. So between this and the actual steelbook itself, I thought were my favorite parts about getting like the special editions. I mean, looking at some of the other special editions that have come out in the past, and then like I said before, comparing the two, it didn't really seem worth it for the big price jump from the standard edition to the premium collector's edition, which was almost like a good 150 bucks like after tax. So that's just something to keep in mind. I know like maybe some people might want the premium collector's edition just for their own collection, or you might try to get it online, but it's not really worth paying an arm and a leg for. And I don't have the diorama from the premium collector's edition right here right now, but it really wasn't anything to write home about. It was very small in my opinion, and it just didn't live up to what I was expecting it to be. I didn't try to give myself any spoilers, so I kind of stayed away from looking at anything Sparking Zero related, except trailers from Bandai Namco until the game actually came out. But yeah, so that is the steelbook, and then we'll have all three here in one shot. So pretty cool overall, all for PS5. So I'm probably gonna end up giving my younger brother my Ultimate Edition case, and like the game, not the game, but like just the case and stuff, and just switch it out so he can have it on his PS5, because it's kind of redundant for me to have like multiple copies just for the sake of having it. But I had already pre-ordered this one way before I got the premium collector's edition. So the premium collector's edition, like a week before it released for the early access, they were able to get more in stock, and I was on the wish list, so I checked my email and it had just popped up, so I clicked on it and I ended up being able to get it, and then the payment and everything went through, and then it actually shipped the day it got here, the day after the early access started. So if I think it was October 7th early access started, so I think it was like the 8th my package got here, which was still pretty cool because that was still like a good 3 days early, so I was able to obviously get on there and start playing and everything. So yeah, pretty excited. The game's really solid. I think there was a good 15 or 20 people in GameStop that were also picking it up and asking about all the pre-order bonuses and everything. So it's one of the top rated games right now on all platforms, you know, PC, Xbox, and PS5. So hey, I'll probably end up seeing you guys on there when I eventually get to the online mode. I'm still trying to do like a lot of the what if alternate like chapters or whatever they're called in the actual game itself. So I'm working my way through that. I think I barely finished the Frieza saga. There's like a ton of little different like story events that you can unlock right there, just different fights and things like that. And then lastly, a random pickup from that same GameStop that I went to get the poster, which was that one's a retro GameStop, so they have a few different like Xbox 360 and just other kind of games in there, PlayStation 2, Wii U, and I was able to pick up this game to go along with our Dragon Ball unboxing. So right here I found a copy of Dragon Ball Infinite World for the PlayStation 2. I don't even have a PlayStation 2, but I remember this game being like kind of expensive, I think. So I picked it up because it's like it was on like, you know, they have their own kind of like deals in there. So it ended up being like $57 or $58 after tax. And I think this game goes for like 70 something or 80 something. I might look for a case and then try to pick up like maybe a PS2 so that I can actually try it out. I want to say that, well, we'll see if this game even works, but I want to say that I remember during the time that I was playing like on the PlayStation 2 and everything, it was just kind of like, you know, I finished Budokai 3, and that was like a pretty solid game. You know, it had like the open world style for the story mode, and then you could still like do a lot of unlockables all the way up to GT way before Super came out. And after that, I want to say it went to Budokai Tenkaichi, or there were some other games in between. But I remember seeing Infinite World when I was younger, and I just had no interest in it. Back then, it was like in Walmart or something, and I was like, oh, is that supposed to be like Budokai 4, or like what is that exactly? So I never ended up getting around to play it. But I might end up, like I said, getting a PS2 so that I can go check it out. I have a lot of systems, but the PlayStation 2, just for like, storage and spacing, like I haven't had one in a while. But now that I'm kind of working on my collection again, it'll be nice to try out some games that I haven't played. So right now, I think for Dragon Ball, at least since it's like more of like that theme since Sparking Zero came out and everybody's hyped for it, I've been trying out Fighters, Dragon Ball Fighters. I played Dragon Ball Kakarot, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and then one of my favorite games on the 3DS is actually Dragon Ball Fusions, which is more of like RPG, and like you can kind of like make so many different fusion characters. So if you guys haven't played that, I would definitely recommend that game for the Nintendo 3DS. And then on the Nintendo DS, surprisingly, if you haven't played it, it's Dragon Ball Z Supersonic Warriors 2, which is also like that kind of same style of fighting as like Fighters is. So it's a little bit, the graphics aren't exactly the best, but just for it being on the Nintendo DS at that time, it was pretty solid. And then there's the ton of games that I've played as far as like Dragon Ball that I can go on and on about. But basically, we're going to wrap it up here. So this has been the unboxing for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. All right, this was for the standard edition, and then we just had our comparison with the steelbook and the ultimate edition. So make sure that you guys like our video, subscribe so that we can bring you more exclusive content. Like I said on here, we're going to be talking about all kinds of different games, and eventually we're going to start going into our games of the week from our catalog that we have to kind of play some different things that you guys recommend. So make sure that you guys leave a like, leave a comment down there below so that we can know what you want us to see us play next. And until then, this has been Cyber Laser Games. Next time.